Deacons. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Cavaliers head coach before the game, his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Demon Deacons will kick off first, and here we go. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before. And a stop. So Virginia's offense comes onto the field first today. And now here comes Peyton Lewis. He barreled his way into the end zone 5 times, leading them to victory last time out. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Both these teams have had some good moments this year, and they'd love nothing better than to improve their bowl positioning, build a little momentum by getting a win in this one.
You're just trying to punctuate the season, right? How big would it be for one of these two programs to finish the year as a ranked team? It would help them so much in the offseason with recruiting and really help their confidence looking ahead to next year, David.
And confidence and momentum and just learning how to win. A part of that is a part of the process of being great in the future. And this team, learning how to win, finding ways to...
Makes a grab and room to run. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Beebe. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Makes the grab. It's Beebe. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Finding some room. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
It really is no mystery. And, Reese, obviously, we were talking about this guy in the open, and already he's getting the ball, and already he's making his presence felt. He just has such great vision and contact balance. And, David, they are going to continue to give him the football until you prove you can stop him.
Yeah, and so the defense is going to have to do something about it. And I know it's early, and that's just one run. But how much are they going to have to commit more people to the box? And they're just going to have physical and realize everybody's got a game tackle. This guy is good, man. And so I look forward to this defense trying to find some answers to stop this great running back.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe. Finds a crease at the 20. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Virginia!
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Wake Forest's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up.
Breaks into the open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play.
Makes the grab in their space. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. These two teams both coming on a run, playing their best football of the season and hoping to continue on and get into the top 25.
Yeah, it's nice, man, when you get that roll going. You start to create some momentum, create some belief. You know, listen, you're not ranked, but you're earning that respect throughout the season. Palmer, I think now at this point, they're probably going to climb into the rankings, and who knows what they can do.
I agree that both of these teams came in here with a lot of confidence, and they knew that they were going to have to play right down to the wire to pull out this W. And now, for them to win this game and this kind.
And the defense gets home with the pressure and knocking down for a loss, but there are penalty markers down. Let's sort that out. Well, that was an easy one. Officials, a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The play fake, Gio Lopez. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And this defense has kind of been up and down on this opening drive, right? That's their second sack, which is good. They need more of those plays, but they've given up a lot of yards. Down here, this part of the field, man, this defense is going to have to find a way to make a few more plays to keep them out of the end zone.
Lopez makes the catch. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Lopez to pass. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. will get this drive going from the 17. Looking for space. It's Lewis. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Guys, look at this. Surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Holstein to throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The run inside. It's Wiggins. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, David Deacons. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Holstein bringing the heat. Firing to the right, complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. We've come to the break, and it's Wake Forest holding the lead as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Running back searching for a hole. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Throwing, Holstein. Get it out on the screen. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
He put some heat on that one down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Lined up in the gun, third down, Eli Holstein. The throw to the outside is complete. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Finds his man. It's Gibson. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
And the Cavaliers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking for a crease, it's Lewis. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. 4th down, Holstein. Under fire. He's got it. First down and more. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Eli Holstein to throw. Fires to the middle. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes.
There he goes. Forced out of bounds right at the 33-yard line. Really good pickup there. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Neutral zone defense. The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. They'll move the tight end. Running inside, it's Wiggins. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Demon Deacons can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go play action with Lopez. Throws into double coverage and it's picked off. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Picks up the first down. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole? As opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy, get him on the perimeter.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's Holstein to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Now Wake Forest will stop the clock and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on fourth down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. The Demon Deacons use their second timeout. They'll have 1 left. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And he's in! Touchdown, Cavaliers!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Throwing, Lopez. He wants to take the top off. Goes high to pull it in. running free. Touchdown, Demon Deeks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
That's just such a way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. We'll see how aggressive they are trying to put up points before the break. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Holstein throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Abdullah. Virginia will call its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Going for the big play. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Timeout is called by Virginia. That's their second. They'll have 1 left. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throwing, Holstein. Looking for the score. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And they're trying to work that sideline all the way toward the end of the end zone, trying to make a play, but ran out of real estate. And you could tell he didn't get a foot down, no catch, out of bounds.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 17 team, the Florida Gators. And it's the Bulldogs, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Back now to your game in Winston-Salem. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And, of course, his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the 3rd quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
We check in with Holly Rowe.
Coach Dickert told me coming out of the locker room. He said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. Two solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Virginia will call its first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Wiggins. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quick catch on 3rd down. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short?
Hauls it in the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for room, it's Wiggins. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Finds his back in the middle. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. The Demon Deacons are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Lopez wants to fire. It's complete to the right. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
And the Demon Deacons go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go right back to it. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. So this 2nd half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. On the ground, it's Lewis. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line, a pickup of 6.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Eli Holstein to throw. Makes the catch. It's Gibson. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Working that wide receiver screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The Demon Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. On the option. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. Hard-hitting tackle.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
From the gun, 3rd down, Gio Lopez. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Lewis. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Holstein to throw. Oh, they're after him. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
To throw, it's Holstein. Fires left. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The sure hands, it's Gibson.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And the Cavaliers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush like real.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Holstein to throw for it on fourth. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Looks as if we have a Cavalier who was shaken up on that last play. Great place to start for this offense. Rides the option, he keeps it. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. Makes the catch, and he's free. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Demon Deacons come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Here's Lopez to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The run inside. It's Wiggins. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Makes the catch. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Wake Forest. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Throws it back. Pocket breaking down.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Coming out with it, it's Beebe. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have knee as he stopped at the 14. Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep...
Oh, he's got some space. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the...
Caught, and he's got room. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40 and it's 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. With the catch, it's Martin. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
There's a Demon Deacon still down on the field, and they'll stop play to have him looked at. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Right back to the well. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and long. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Here comes the heat. Fires to the tight end. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Demon Deacons will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
What a great play by the defense. When you talk about this running back, he's got a nose for the end zone. He just finds a way. You've seen that a couple times already early in this game, but defense wasn't having any of it that time.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
They're in the gun on 3rd down. It's Lopez. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
They didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. you're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it for us as the